Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Upward and Onward Productions. I'm your host, Darren Lorenzo from Atlanta, Georgia, Director of Artist Development and Relations, one of the co-founders for Upward and Onward Productions. And with us today is Upward and Onward's own Director of Music Relation and Video Editing, a classically trained pianist from St. Lucia, our co-host, Jardé Pierre.
Hope you enjoyed the first song that I did today. It's just my little tribute to say Feliz Cinco de Mayo. Feliz Cinco de Mayo a todos los mexicanos, todos los colombianos, todos los cubanos, todos los latinos aquí. Feliz Cinco de Mayo. Just want to say welcome to the show. This is Meeting at the Crossroads, and this segment is Piano Greats with me, Jardé Pierre. Like Darren said, I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff from a range of different artists: Elton John, Stevie Wonder, Crossroads Beach, name a few. And I'll give you a little brief insight into my life. Classical pianist. Been playing for about, started when I was 13. Not as young as most people think. Started at 13, so I'll say 17 years. You can take a guess as to how old I am. 17, 18 years of me playing this lovely instrument. Started out doing wind band actually. I was playing flute and wind band, flute and then percussion drums. And eventually I branched out and went to the School of Music and got introduced to the piano. So I tried loads of different instruments, but once I found the piano, it was home. I was home. And as you can see, I never left it. So hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you enjoyed the series. Hope to see you again next week. And enjoy.
Steve Land Hardaway Morris, known professionally as Stevie Wonder, is an American singer, songwriter, musician, and record producer. A prominent figure in the popular music, he is one of the most successful songwriters and musicians in the history of music. Wonder became a pioneer influencing musicians of various genres like pop, R&B, soul, funk, and rock. Blind since shortly after his birth, Wonder was a child prodigy, known as Little Stevie Wonder, leading him to sign with Motown's Tamala label at the age of 11. With award-winning albums like Fingertips, Music of My Mind, Talking Book, Songs in the Key of Life. Now this is just to name a few.
All right, welcome back. So this is me again. Talking about the next guy we're gonna bring up. Next one is by the man Stevie Wonder. Stevie. What can be said about Stevie? What cannot be said about Stevie? This man had such an influence on my life as a keyboardist as well as a pianist. Doing use my vocoder, using the keys, whether it's clavichord like this or superstition. The man had done so much great songs for the people, so much great songs, and he did it blind. Imagine that. So without further ado, here's to the next song. This is Overjoyed by Stevie Wonder. So, next one we're going to do is the man, Elton John. Elton John, for me, was a great pianist. And one thing that a lot of people didn't know is his hands were really tiny. So he used a different technique to play. So whenever someone says, or if you're out there and you're thinking you want to play piano, but you're thinking your hands are too small, Elton John's hands are small. Look at him. Alright. The next one I'm going to do is by the man Elton. This is your song.
Hercules John, born Reginald Kenneth Dwight, is an English singer, songwriter, pianist, and composer. John has sold more than 300 million records, making him one of the best-selling music artists of his time. Raised in London, John learned to play the piano at a very early age, and by the mid to late 60s, met longtime musical partner Bernie. John has received numerous awards, like Grammys, Golden Globes, and Tonys, and the large list continues.
What can we say about the next lady I'm about to do right here? Next one I'm gonna do is by the lady Alicia Keys. Now, Alicia Keys, coming from songs in A minor, Diary of Alicia Keys to As I Am, she was very instrumental in the way that I grew up and the way that I look at music today. For me, it was, I think I saw her for the first time when I was in high school. I was still a little boy practicing classical music. And when I saw her, I was just mesmerized, seeing this girl upstage performing, classical pianist like me. And she's on stage doing her thing, and that just inspired me to just keep it going. I think I learned her entire first 2 albums. It was great. But yes, next one is If I Ain't Got You by Alicia Keys.
Bruce Randall Hornsby, Sagittarian like myself, is an American singer, songwriter, and pianist. He's known mostly for classical, jazz, bluegrass, folk, just to name a few. Now, Hornsby's award-winning recordings have been recognized on a number of occasions, and he was a touring member of the Grateful Dead in the early 1990s.
The monster himself, the man, Bruce Hornsby. This guy, how can I put it lightly? This guy challenged me growing up, challenged me. All my brother's a musician as well, he's a bass player. All the musicians around me, this one song, the one I'm going to play for you next, is called The Way It Is. It's one of those songs where you know the keyboardist, you know the pianist, until you learn the solo in this song. So, hopefully I do a good job, hopefully you enjoy it. This next one is The Way It Is by Bruce Hornsby.
Well, on behalf of Upward and Onward Productions, we'd like to thank you for hanging out for the show, our meeting at the Crossroads, with this segment of Piano Grace. Once again, I'm your host, Darren Lorenzo, and a huge thank you to our featured artist for the day and my co-host, Jardé Pierre, who performed a lot of great music and vibes for your listening pleasure. Now, your attention and your time is much appreciated, and we look forward to seeing you next week for more performances and music. Remember, success is only an arm's length away. Stay safe, stay home if you can, and if you can't, please practice social distancing with a healthy and conscious way of life. Upward and onward, folks.